Hi everyone, back from vacation after Christmas, which was really lovely for myself and the family. But I was doing some reflecting on December and wanted to acknowledge some things. Just all the people who've been involved in some of the really positive things that happened because December can be kind of a whirlwind. So I thought it would be good to recap a few things. And as I was driving home one day, three words came to mind, and I wanted to share them with you and explain what they mean. And this, to me, characterizes the December that we've had at Westminster. The first word is meaningful. The second word is robust. The third word is generous. So meaningful, robust, and generous. Let me explain what I mean. First, meaningful. Sometimes we refer to December as the holly jolly hurricane. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of potential distraction. But our goal was to keep the main thing the main thing. And I think we were able to do that. And of course, we're focusing on God's love and God coming to us in the person of Christ at Christmas, the incarnation. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. And so, how do we do that? Through worship services, events, outreaches, devotional and study resources, and the personal connections that you have made with other people. And during the early service on Christmas Eve, one of the things that we've done the last couple of years anyway is show that clip from a Charlie Brown's Christmas, right? Doesn't anyone know what Christmas is all about? And Linus comes out and he says the story in the King James version of Luke 2, keeping the main thing the main thing. So I felt good that we were able to do that in the midst of everything that was going on. So that was the first word, meaningful. Second, robust. So last year didn't feel totally normal coming out of the pandemic. It was more normal than the pandemic, obviously. But this year felt more normal, and it felt really positive. And two things I'll highlight in that. One was volunteers. And I'm not going to get into the list of names and everything else, but there were so many people upstairs, down, inside the church walls, outside the church walls, in person, online, digitally. The various things that people did was just incredible. And so many people, dozens upon dozens upon dozens of people helping in a variety of ways as we seek to keep the main thing the main thing. The second thing I would just highlight that you might be interested in terms of Christmas Eve, more people worshiped at Westminster on Christmas Eve than any of the previous 15 years that I've been here. So it was fairly robust and positive experience in that way. And that does not include Sunday morning. It does not include online attendance. I'm just talking about the two evening in-person services. So that's pretty incredible as well. And I thought you'd be interested to know that. So the first word, meaningful. Second word, robust. Third word is generous. And so there were so many events. I needed to make a little list here of ways that you have been generous and charitable, loved people, love people. And so we've experienced the love of God in Jesus and I've shared that love in a variety of ways. Let me just list some of them. Sponsoring individuals and families through Simcoe Muskoka Family Connections. You came forward very quickly. Individuals and families were supported and helped so that they could celebrate Christmas in a way that maybe they would not have been able to celebrate. The food bank was supported not only with in-person donations, but also through, electronically giving through the app, through e-transfer, and that money being given to the food bank so they can stretch that money to help people who are really needing to access the food bank more than the past. The bazaar, which was a big project, supported the work of the church and also some mission projects. The Busby Center, we supported them with some of their urgent needs. People gave to the Deacons Fund, which is a support which helps people who are struggling financially, whether inside or outside the church in the community. And those of you who have been involved with that know how practical and just vital some of that help can be. On the early service on Christmas Eve, we gave 100% of the money to Youth Haven and their important work in this community to support at-risk youth. And then at the 7 p.m., the later service, 100% of that money was given to Teen Challenge, an organization in Canada that provides addictions recovery support and support for those 18 plus. And then all this is in addition to the prayers that people have said, lifting one another up. That makes a real help. The visits that people have gone on to reach out to people, and the personal ways that people have reached out and supported people, often in discreet ways. And I've been able to see some of that happen. Just amazing, that desire to be generous, who needs help, and people making those connections, often in ways and providing support that people don't otherwise see. So those three words, meaningful, robust, generous, Praise be to God for Advent and Christmas at Westminster and everyone who has contributed in a variety of ways. It's been great to be a part of and great to see. So a great end to 2023 and wonderful things yet again, a hopeful horizon for 2024.